Welcome to Around Town, featuring what's going on here in the greater Concord area. I'm your host, Patten, and it is Ian's last day as a director for Around Town and Faith Speaks. And say is I'm going to really miss him because he has been the heart and soul of this show. I mean, he has been here whenever we taped, and you know, it's hard to get good people who are willing to come in and volunteer like this, and this is what it is. It's a volunteer. You know, we try to do something special to say thank you to people, but unfortunately, so we're looking for a volunteer, so please give me a call or email me. 496-2917 is my phone, and of course dickpatten7@gmail.com is my email. But with that said, next week is coming up, of course, as the Grange, Concord Grange is back meeting again, and we're busy getting ready for the 67th annual Concord Christmas Parade. And as you know, I did retire last year, but some things have happened that I'm now back in the saddle again, so to speak. And the parade is going to be on Saturday, November the 17th at 9:30 a.m. here on the Concord Heights. There were some rumors about possibly a change in date and location, but no, it will be here on the Heights. Loudon Road is the main parade route. We just don't know yet what the police department is going to approve of as a starting point and a ending point, so just stay tuned for that. Watch the newspapers, please. Read Town Crier on Sunday, or the Insider on Tuesday. So we'll be keeping articles in on both those locations. And then again, you can email me and call me with my numbers or email address, and I'll get you forms. I'm happy to say we've started getting letters out, and already Concord High Band is going to be there again, Merrimack Valley High School. And floats, I've already got 3 floats in, and so it'll shape up. I know people are just starting to think about, unfortunately, the holiday seasons. The stores are getting things out for Halloween and Christmas and Thanksgiving, but the theme of the parade this year is going to be my favorite Christmas/holiday movie. That, and in case someone wants to do a Hanukkah theme or a Thanksgiving theme, they can do either one. So my favorite movie, we're asking floats to use that for their entry. We will say, as we have in the last several years, that you cannot throw candy out from your float or from a moving car or any vehicle. It has to be passed out. So you need to have volunteers passing it out on the sidelines. The floats will be judged. There'll be several different categories as far as commercial, non-profit, youth, and animal entries. Sometimes we have had some horses or with pulling a carriage or something of that nature. And also too, the emergency response vehicles, whether it's police or fire, if you decide to decorate your vehicle, they will be judged with prizes awarded. We always do something for the fire trucks as farthest and newest and most equipped, that type of thing. But if you've decorated it, we'll judge it. And the floats were asked to be there at 8 o'clock again until we get the location. I'm hoping for the Hazen Drive place where we've been for so many years, but it's all going to depend on the police. I do need help, I will admit that. There is no committee this year, so I do need some help forming the parade and helping along the parade route. Now, Kevin Tucker is going to be taking care of the sound system and setting up for the reviewing stand. But we do need some help at the formation. So I do need help. So please come over and help me on. Now it's November 17th at the parade starts at 9:30 and again 8:30, 8 o'clock formation. The mention is that if you've got people riding on your float, especially animals, they've got to be tied down or seated. They cannot be running loose, and as well as people jumping on and off. You can't do that because someone will get hurt. We had an incident a number of years ago where somebody, a young child, teenager, I guess, jumped off, and the bathrobe he was wearing, because he was one of the wise men, got caught in a snowmobile trailer's tire. Thank goodness he wasn't hurt, but it could have been very serious. So please, if anybody's on that float loose, make sure they're seated and no animals loose either. So we've been really pleased with the parade. We need band sponsors. I know in previous years the Kiwanis Club of Concord has been a good sponsor, and International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, they've been a sponsor, and of course the Grange. But we need donations to help fund that parade, because the police department is the biggest expense, usually anywhere from $1,200 to $1,800. And then, of course, we had prizes as far as plaques and everything else goes. That adds up. So we try to raise at least $5,000 to $6,000. So that's the Christmas parade, 67th annual, November the 17th on the Concord Heights. Okay? Now the next big holiday event, of course, after that is the Christmas tree lighting. And that again is at the State House Plaza, or some call it City Plaza, but it's on North Main Street, right in front of the State House. And it's the day after Thanksgiving. And some people say, how come? Well, if you've lived in Concord all your life, you know why. If you're new, well, it's because it's tradition that we light the lights in downtown Concord the day after Thanksgiving. As a child, me and my sister, my folks would take us down to see the beautiful lights on the poles. Excuse me. And where the poles and the tree would be lit, and the manger, the Christmas creche would be lit. Of course, back those days, it was a much bigger scene than it is today. But Main Street was just a magical place to be. And Santa Claus sometimes would be at Newberry's, when Newberry's was on Main Street. He had a gold chair. And then he moved to Sears, down on the corner of Freight Street in South Main. And he was sometimes down in the basement, and sometimes he was in a special chair in window scene up there on the corner of Freight. You could see his chair and other scenery there. And so it was always exciting to go down there and see him. So with that in mind, things will start on that Friday at 3:30. We'll be having a new petting zoo this year. The one we've had for many years. She has retired, and so we have a new one from Derry coming up, and hopefully you'll enjoy the many different attractions he has. And then the other one will be the horse-drawn wagon rides by Bruce Locke of Pittsfield Barnstead. And he always has capacity crowds on his horse wagons there. But they'll start in at 3:30, and then we'll have music, and Santa will arrive courtesy of the Concord Fire Department at 5 o'clock, and he will walk around and mingle with the boys and girls. And if you forgot to bring your letters to Santa for the parade, well, you can bring them to him at the tree lighting. And then they'll also, this year, Kevin Tucker is bringing a Pennacook rescue truck down to the plaza. Last year he asked for donations to fill the back of a rescue truck with non-perishable food items and any other Christmas maybe gifts for boys and girls. So this year he's trying it again, so please bring down items for this rescue truck and fill it up, and hopefully you'll make some people happy. And I know that, of course, the Grange furnishes the lights for that tree and the one on the Heights up there by Loudon and Airport Road, and the National Guard Armory. And of course the tree at Eagle Square is dedicated to our armed forces who can't be home for the holidays. So that tree has white lights with a red and blue star. So, and then also we'll be collecting gift items for boys and girls there as well, to go to those in the homeless shelters or whatever. So a lot going on. And then at 6 o'clock we will do the countdown to light the tree, and then fireworks will light the skies over Concord. And we're planning on having the same company that's been doing Atlas, and that's because of Binney Media. They're handling that part of it, and so we appreciate their help. So it's always been a very good, the crowd has been tremendous. Every year we've had capacity down there. So anyhow, we're hoping that you'll come down and making sure the weather's decent, and helping to kick off the official holiday season in downtown Concord. So, and once again, donations are urgently needed for this celebration. So you can please send your check or money order to me, and that'll help get the donations going for the tree lighting. And the address, of course, is P.O. Box 1482, Concord 03302. The parade donations go to 30 Pinewood Trail here in Concord, as Deb is the treasurer for the parade. So I think that's about it, because I'm trying to think what else we're doing. The Grange, of course, is busy with a convention coming up in late October over in Keene. And I am the state historian along with community service director, and I'll be retiring from that one. But historian I'll still continue with. And, oh, I know, I mean, another project we've got going, Donna Noonan, Roby, and myself, we've been talking about having a historical display room at the new community center at Dame School. Oh, what's left of it. And I think it would be nice if we could do that. To have articles from those from Dame School, photographs, or have an old desk or something, and invite some of the teachers that taught there. I know myself, I have two teachers that I had that are still living. Mrs. Eleanor Graham over on 106, and she was my second grade teacher. And then Miss Teresa Downing, who lives down in the South End. She was my 3rd grade teacher, so it would be nice to have them there. And then I know Marilyn Fraser taught, I believe, 4th grade. I'm not sure, but I believe it was, over here at Dame School. And my sister also, of course, she was in the new wing over there. That wasn't built when I was here. But I know David Alexander, I believe, is still in Concord. He was a science teacher. And I don't know any other. I know there must be others, but I don't know who they are. So, but we're working on that with hopes to find out how much it's going to cost us to have a room, and then we can start filling it with memorabilia of Dame School. I mean, it's a shame that we don't have something there, especially photographs of Mrs. Guyman, the principal when I was there, and several others, and the principals after that. But anyway, so if you go in there, you'll see the stage cafeteria is still there. The auditorium, that was Dame School. That was there when we were there. And then you can go into the new section and see what's going on over there. But with that in mind, I think it comes to a close of all that's going on here in this fall on the Heights. But it's going to be a busy fall, and I mean busy. So please get going and get started, and I need your help, and send the donations. But with that in mind, again, a big thank you to Ian, and wishing him much success. And we hope to have Around Town back on the air soon, but that's all if we can find a director. So take care. Thank you again, and I'm your host, Dick Patten.